Alright, this is the 2021 video review. Um, it was an interesting year. It was challenging as well. This is the year in which I lost my second mother, which is my grandma. And I think the most important thing that I learned this year was to know my limits. I think it's very important. I think Jordan Peterson says it. Says that like one of his advices to young people is to discover your limits. And I think the only way to discover your limits is to push yourself so much that you know where your limit is, and you stop there. You realize which point was your limit, and then you take a step back and you start to improve to push your limit. I think that's the most important thing, because starting this year I was working at the startup Clean Aqua and Prolo at the same time, and at the same time my architectural career. I got very exhausted. It was a lot of work because Prolo, the non-profit, has a different team. We're 25 people. Clean Aqua has a completely different team, a completely different product we were developing, and at the same time the architectural career, which was demanding as well. So I had to balance between the three of them. And so I had to know my limit, where my limit was. Afterwards, my late grandmother died, and I had to stop everything. I had to rethink everything. I took a full 3 months of just resting. I stopped studying. I stopped working at Prolo. I stopped working at Clean Aqua because I felt I needed time, and I needed time to spend it with my family and many things. And I think it was one of the best things I've done to take that decision, like to rest. And during that time, I realized I had to stop Clean Aqua because I couldn't do the three things at the same time because it was very demanding. So I stopped Clean Aqua because at the same time it was the riskiest one among my architectural career and Prolo, because it was going to be a startup. We were going to sell. It was a reusable water bottle, so there's a lot of risks involved. So I had to drop something, and I dropped Clean Aqua. And then also because Prolo is taking more time than usual, because we're growing, so it's a very good thing. So I had to give it more time. And yeah, so that's basically everything I've done this year. Now I'm focusing fully on Prolo, on developing the filter we're creating. I'm mostly involved in the management of the team, and at the same time the design that we're doing, the creative department, at the same time the design of the prototypes and the product itself. And then I'm trying to give more time to my architectural career, more time to the designs I do for the subjects, more time sketching. So yeah, I basically narrowed the things I do so that I can excel in those little things that I do. Yeah, and then that's it. Like that's the most important thing I realized, which is discover your limit. And to discover your limit, push as much as you can until you find yourself in a spot that's a little bit beyond your limit, because that particular spot is very unstable and very, 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 very uncomfortable. And then take a step back and know where your limit was, and slowly throughout the months coming, push again, but with time, so that you can adapt better, you can learn better from the mistakes you've done and everything. I've known my limit, I've taken a step back, and now I'm slowly but surely trying to push it step by step until I push more my limits. Um, yeah, and that is it. That's everything I have to say. Take it as an advice. Take it as just a video I post annually, in which I just have it stored in my YouTube channel. I just think maybe it's also worth it for someone to like know which mistakes other people are doing, or which conclusions other people have, because it's always very enriching to know it. That's it. I wish you guys a happy new year, and yeah, do your best.